think it's important to point out the president of the United States and most powerful person in the world is like spewing such violent rhetoric, especially like when such harsh criticism coming from the right about a violent rhetoric on the left after CK.
Does it really matter? Is there a difference
Yes.
between the right and the left at the federal level?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How? How? Trump is purchasing up companies right now, which I'll be honest with you, that is a fucking leftist dream. That is something that only a Republican could have did that. Trump got it accomplished. He's actively buying into companies right now. He's pretty much trying to engage in like UBI light with all these tariff fucking stimulus checks he keeps talking about. I mean, where's the separation up here? The guy's a war hawk.
I don't like Biden wasn't doing like unilateral like tariffs over over multiple countries. That was that was essentially
He's
Trump's
not even
policy.
tariffing that much. He's not tariffing that much. Two,
Yeah, he's not
his
tariffing much right
his
now because like
deportations are less than
Congress is blocking
Obama's.
him and the courts are blocking him. Correct.
He didn't
but
even
he
tariff
was.
that much to begin with. Like everything that he put on, he walked back. All these fucking shitty trade deals that he's like ranting and raving about are literally the same trade deals we used to have. So he really hasn't added much in tariffs.
You're telling me that he went back to that same trade deal with Australia?
I don't know what the
Australia had
like
100% full free trade. Trump put a blanket tariff on Australia out of nowhere.
Based.
Fucking, he's a retard. That'll happen.
True.
Ooh.
Hey,
Okay, so Mike, unfortunately, TikTok has been. I'm gonna have to drop you.
Bring me back up, please.
I'm on a different account. Like legitimately, they've been fucking me over the past. I got banned 2 times in a row for like not even saying the R slur. It was
One thing you don't bring up, which is weird to me, is Trump threatening senators and representatives is the worst possible constitutional crisis possible.
Yeah, no shit.
yeah,
That,
sure.
like-
It's just a little more indirect. Like, I feel like it's a lot easier to argue, like, oh yeah, he explicitly just called for their death, and that alone is bad enough, because I think that's true.
Yeah.
Framing it as a constitutional
But-
crisis, I just don't see the value in it.
Our only defense against a tyrant king president is impeachment. And if Trump wants to kill senators and representatives, now they are biased to not impeach him because they want to live.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure. I mean, that's
He's tampering with the jury.
True.
that's a real reach. That's like an actual real
Yeah,
reach.
that's a pretty weak argument. If you wanted to talk about like his kingship and his betrayal to the country, why don't you bring up the Declaration of Independence? Because that guy would literally almost fit the letter that we wrote to the king.
True.
And to be
Like,
clear, right,
I'm not trying to be an
you might-
asshole. I'm a libertarian. Fucking, I
Yeah.
don't even like the guy, but I'm just saying. Like, I mean, that's like a weak fucking argument.
Mike, you
Well,
brought up tariffs and said, "Oh, well, he reversed them." Like the fact is,
Yeah, no, Trump.
Donald
blows,
Trump
dude.
has a way more just like he doesn't really have like any end goals with his tariff policies. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
it's just do
Okay,
tariffs.
so
Well, as like
yeah.
at least the Biden administration, Democrats like essentially have like some end goal for like why they're doing stuff, and he'll just like haphazardly do stuff and reverse it when it's not working. Like that is a considerable difference between like how Democrats and Republicans operate when it comes.
Yeah,
to,
but you're
I don't know, like,
focusing on
foreign government.
tariffs specifically. Like you're focusing on tariffs, right? So nationalization of industry and purchasing of companies, that would be on the leftist side of the aisle. Okay, when it comes to
It could be the
helping
fascist
when
side.
when it comes to helping Ukraine, right, by approving long range missiles to strike Moscow, that was a Biden policy. Trump's first 3 CR bills that he passed were all of Biden's. Trump's talking about doing away with the debt ceiling at this point. He's like became a full-blown MMTer. That would be an ideology that's specific to the left. Like this guy should be a pipe dream for you guys. No way in hell would the Democrats have ever been able to actually nationalize companies unless a Republican did it. There would have been uprising in the country. Fucking Trump comes in and everybody's loving it. Like I don't see a difference between House and Senate Republicans or Trump and the left. I just don't. I'm sorry. The only thing you
Well-
can actually point out is the fact that that he's doing tariffs, and I mean his tariff policy shit. It just
That's not
is.
the only thing I point out. Like I could point
Dude,
to, like,
read the prompt, the
I can
fuck?
point to like we can point to numerous constitutional violations which just didn't happen under the Biden administration, or like the rampant corruption which has happened. Which
What are you
just
talking
didn't
about?
hap-
Kamala Harris actively talked about going after private companies to restrict freedom of speech on their own
Like, okay,
platforms
like,
and holding
wait,
them accountable for it.
wait.
Source?
What?
Source? Not just
What?
source.
Like-
Like how many like just to be clear, like how
What do you
many
mean
court
go
cases?
after?
How
Yeah,
many
I can
court
give you a
cases
source,
like
no
on
big
the
deal.
basis
I'll
of the
give you a
First
source.
Amendment did like the courts rule against the Biden administration?
Yeah, I'll give you a source, no problem. Like when it comes to
Like,
constitutional,
zero.
like
There's one case, and there's only preliminary injunction, and there was never even a ruling on it.
hold on, Scratch.
And it
Hold
got
on.
dismissed by the Supreme Court.
Is your claim
been-
that like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden were free speech like fucking lovers now?
No, I
That's
never said
a
they're
weird
free. I never
stance
said they're
to
free
take.
speech. I never said they're free speech lovers. I'm saying that under the Trump administration, there have literally been court rulings that there have been like First Amendment violations, and we did not see that happen under the Biden-Harris administration. That is true.
Specific to
And
free
whatever
speech.
quote, like whatever quote you bring up with Kamala Harris, I can almost promise you it's not a violation of the First Amendment. I can almost promise you it.
Oh no, it is. No, I showed this to Vex and RTP, and both of them were like, "God damn, yeah, she probably should have said that." To be honest with you.
So what when she said go after, what was he? Or when
Here,
you
I'll
said
pull-
go
here, I'll
after,
pull
what
it
was
for
she
you.
talking
No,
about?
No, I'll just pull it for you. You guys are more than welcome to see the clip. I'm pulling it right now.
Yeah. Also, we can look at the last admin. Even in AUP v. Rubio, the judge William Young cited the policy under the DHS under Biden. Like I'm pretty sure it's a memorandum from the head of the DHS that said we must not go after people based on speech. Speech must not even be the first step of investigation into a student.
That's sick. They can say whatever they want. I hate to break it to you. Politicians just typically do whatever the
That's
fuck
the
they feel
No,
like.
it's
no,
not
that's the
policy.
policy in a memo. That's not just politics speak. That's the internal communication of the three-letter agency.
I
It's
don't
like the
even think it
directive
was
from the
public.
top.
Yeah, I don't even think that memorandum was made public before before the ruling.
And just remember, by the way, let's keep in mind the difference in like what we're talking about. In one case, there's literal court rulings where says that yes, the Trump administration has violated the First Amendment rights of these immigrants within the first year of him being in office, and the other is, oh, I have a quote from Kamala Harris, which sounded kind of iffy towards the issue of like freedom of speech.
There was a court ruling. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't there a court ruling when they tried to set up little homegirl up in the office for mis and disinformation liaison? I'm pretty sure there was a court ruling on that too, wasn't there? Or am I
No.
out of
The only one
the
was-
ball field here?
There's
No.
two. There's Biden v. Missouri and another court case, even more separated from the Biden admin, and I don't think they.
remember, I
lost
read
either
the-
Wait, before we
case.
move on, can we get that quote from Kamala Harris real quick?
True.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up for you right now. Here's the problem. I'm new to having multiple monitors set up, and I can't get my fucking speakers to work out of my
Can you just like give
computer,
me
'cause
like
my
a
monitors don't have them.
like
Just
through
read the
text
transcript.
something that I can look up?
Here, Scratch, you can pull it up on your screen. I should just be able to send it to you in Discord, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you can send it to me. in
Here,
Discord.
here, I'll just pull this up here, and I'll just send it to you directly. Scratch, I'm trying to figure out all this audio shit, dude. Fucking Slayer had me build some fucking ridiculous $5,000 PC, and I don't know how to get any of this shit to work. I'm fucking so lost. It keeps wanting to play sound out of like my monitor. My monitor doesn't have fucking speakers though. I can't get it to go to my headphones or to go to my external speakers.
Did you click like the little audio thing and then the little and like change the outputs, like sound? outputs?
I've tried. Yeah. If I go to the bottom right, I click on it, then I click the little mixer button, and it says right here, it says output device, and I have a bunch of them here. It doesn't matter which one I click. I get no sound out of anything.
It also for the individual apps, you can sometimes you need to set it.
I don't even know how to do that. I'm just gonna pull you up on Discord here. I'll send this to you. Scratch, you're playing Geometry Dash?
Yeah.
What are you, fucking 2? There you go.
Maybe
That's
wrong.
in your DMs. I'm only gonna be up here for like another 10 minutes too, just so you know.
Okay, let me read this out. Oh, that was not. Okay, wait.
Division and direct law
You guys hear that?
enforcement to counter this extremism. We will hold social media platforms accountable for the hate infiltrating their platforms because they have a responsibility to help fight against this threat to our democracy. And if you profit off of hate, if you act as a megaphone for misinformation or cyber warfare, if you don't police your platforms, we are going to hold you accountable as a community.
Like, I can't be the only one who thinks.
As a
I-
community? Wait.
hold on. If you guys really want to cherry pick this, hold on. If we're really gonna get into such bad faith that you guys are gonna cherry pick this and be like,
No, no, no.
I
No,
mean,
no, no. No, no,
like
no.
I have the clip of RTP and Vex hearing this, and both of them were like, yeah,
We don't
that's
care.
No,
nuts.
my
Like,
God,
that's kinda
RTP said
wild.
something? I don't
Vex
think that's
considered
wild.
what?
They literally said in the they literally said in the video as a community. Right? They didn't say legally.
How do you hold them? How do you hold them?
You boycott.
Actually, hold on.
Wait,
Boycott.
how do you hold somebody accountable as a
No,
community
hold on.
for hate speech? Pretty
Hold on.
easily.
No, hold on.
Oh my
Here,
god.
Scratch. Pull this one up. You tell me if this sounds like
Next
the
talking point,
community
next
So
talking
just
point,
walk-
fuck.
Yeah, walk off this one. That's
Plan
fine.
B,
Yeah,
plan
let's do the
B.
next one.
Pull this one
There
up.
is no plan B. Like, you guys are tweaking. You guys need to get off fucking Discord and touch some grass. Pull that one up, Scratch.
For Facebook, and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation. And that has to stop. You can't say
I can pull like clip after clip after clip of her talking
Wait,
about this
what
stuff,
do
and
you
you guys are
think-
going to make the
what-
claim that she didn't want to use federal oversight? Really?
It's so
Yeah, because
fucking
none of the quotes you give This
You
is
guys fucking-
wow.
Mike, shut
you
the
guys
fuck
are
up.
highest level
guys are
MAGA
retarded.
debaters here. None of
This is
those quotes
sad.
that you just gave substantiated anything, right? Like we have Donald
What
Trump
would
literally
regulation
doing-
and oversight be? Where would that come from? If she
From the
were to be
companies.
in office, and she
They
just
would
said
come
that
from
these
the companies.
private
She
social,
didn't say
she-
federal oversight.
She just said
She
that
said
these
that the companies
private
need to take
corporations
responsibility.
are operating without any regulation or oversight. Where would that regulation or
Yes,
oversight
she's
come
calling
from?
on those companies to regulate their sites.
Damn, this is pretty bad faith, Scratch. I don't know how you
Don't
keep
you think?
I don't
Don't you
think-
think
I-
that if she
wait,
meant
this is
federal
just
over,
sad.
wait, hold on.
This
Don't
is
you think if
just
she meant?
sad,
wait,
bro.
hold on,
Wait, Mike,
Mike,
what's
do
wrong?
you-
What's
what the
hold on,
okay,
hold on, hold
what's
on,
wrong
Mike,
with
So
Mike?
sad.
Mike.
Oh my
If
god.
she meant federal
you guys are
oversight, why-
freaking out too.
You're the one who's fucking screaming over everybody. I know it's
Really
really scary to
not,
let me
dude.
talk.
I'm just chatting,
So,
and you're trying to
not?
ramble.
Really?
You're not really.
So, why do you
guys
think-
are- you like stop, dude? Take a breath, man.
Calm
You're good.
down.
We're
Mike,
good.
one
dude.
out of
Why,
10
if she
gaslighting,
meant
by the
federal,
way.
You're good,
if she
man. You're
if she
good.
meant federal
Where
oversight,
would
why
that
didn't she
fit?
say that?
Where would that regulation or oversight come from?
Yeah, just
if she
ignore
just
that
said,
question.
if she just said that these corporations
I
are
literally just
operating
told you.
without any,
I literally
where
just
would it
told
come
you.
from?
I literally just told you. It would come from the companies.
So she's going to go and ask these companies. She's going to go and ask these companies, hey, even though you have none right now,
That's literally
and
what
we've
the Biden
asked you before
administration
to
did.
have it.
That's what the
They
Trump
did?
administration did.
That's what the
What?
Biden administration did. They asked them to change their TOS. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I bet.
Well, no, they didn't.
I mean,
like, to be clear, right now,
despite
wait,
all the
right now,
first-hand
they didn't-
accounts
they
of
didn't
them
ask-
calling
they
and
didn't- wait,
freaking out,
just to be clear,
screaming, and trying
they
to
didn't
coerce
ask them
them,
to
you know?
change
That's cool.
their TOS. The government like brought up certain concerns, and then they changed their TOS in response. But there's no direct ask of like TOS changes.
Okay, so
So
her
just-
saying we have no regulation or oversight currently, and that needs to stop. Okay, you think that you take that as her saying they're going to go and ask these companies pretty
If
please
she
to do
no
this?
no, she's saying that the companies need to take oversight over their platform. If she meant federal oversight, why didn't she say federal oversight?
Okay, so again, can you answer my question? So you think
I literally
this
just
means
answered the
that
question.
She's just
Thank
going to
you.
nicely go
Like
and
I
ask
already
corporations?
I already answered your
That's
question.
really
I
what
said
you're
that
getting
she
out of this?
thinks that these private companies need to regulate their
Oh my
platforms more.
God, you
Now, can
guys
you
are
answer my
insane.
question as to if she meant federal oversight? Why didn't she just say it?
Why didn't she? She said that they needed oversight. She said that they
If she
needed
meant
regulation
federal,
oversight.
why didn't
And
she
who
say
passes-
federal?
Who passes oversight and regulation? States or
Keep
federal?
running away
That's
from
what
that.
does
Keep, just
No,
keep
I
running
just
away from
answered it
that.
for you.
If
I
she
just
meant
answered it for you.
federal, why didn't she say federal?
Dude, this is like if she said government, you would have said, well, she didn't say federal government. She
She
we
didn't
don't
say
know if it's
government.
State
Show
or
me the- wait,
local.
Mike, show me
this
the
is
quote where she
insane.
said
You're
government.
arguing semantics
Mike,
at this point.
show me the
Did
quote
I
where she said
claim that
government.
she says that? No, I did not. I said,
Okay,
if
so
she
why are you
would
making
have
up
said
situation?
government-
If she
I
said
said
government,
if
then that's the
she
standard that I would
would
give.
have said government,
It's
you
pre-
would have
Mike,
argued that it
it's
wouldn't have
pretty-
been
Mike,
federal.
Mike,
This is just
Mike.
By the
bad
way, this
faith.
is the person who was
Mike.
claiming
This
there
is
was
just
coke
bad
that Donald
faith.
Trump wanted to kill Democrats
Mike,
because of
Mike.
him
This is just
saying it,
bad
right?
faith, dude.
Mike,
This is sad,
Mike,
honestly.
Mike.
No, the
it's-
bad faith is sending Scratch quotes with like clearly shit clipped out of him.
This is honestly
and even
such
the
bad
quotes
faith.
that you
This is
sent
so
him,
sad,
maybe if you
honestly.
keep saying it, it'll come true.
Well,
Even
I
the
mean, I
quotes
can
you
show
sent
that
them
she has a
didn't show
history of
anything.
government overreach through freedom of speech. I can show it. I mean, they literally
Where? That's what we're asking you for, Mike.
They literally addicted an office known as the mis and disinformation. Like, what are you talking about? She has a history of this. This was posted
What
literally
did that do?
3 days before they started that office. So why are you
What
lying?
did that do?
No. It
Why
wasn't
are
an
you
office.
lying?
It was a board. What did that board do? Do you know what that board did, man?
Oh, please, fucking, you tell me, because
The
I'll
only
pull it
thing
all
that
up and
board
read their
did,
chart
right? The
video.
only thing that board did is it gave advice to other like branches of the DHS on like how to combat mis and disinformation, specifically about migration, by like putting out their own information on this, and then they would label certain things mis or disinformation for the DHS. They never
No,
pressured.
that's not entirely true.
That is it. Do you want me to? I literally
what's
was.
wrong?
I was. Wait.
Let's pull the charter up
You're
right now. We
Mike.
can
You're
read
so
the
lucky
charter.
because I was researching this. I was researching
is
this right
sad.
before we did this live. So I actually have the statement pulled up already in my tab, so we can read it
That's
together.
great. That's great. I'm pulling up their charter for you.
Yeah, the department is deeply committed to doing all of this work in a way that protects Americans' freedoms, civil rights, civil liberties, and privacy. In fact, the Disinformation Government Board is an internal working group that was established with the explicit goal of ensuring these protections are appropriately incorporated across the DHS disinformation-related work, and that rigorous safeguards are in place. The working group also seeks to coordinate the department's engagement on this subject with other federal agencies and a diverse range of external stakeholders. The working group does not have any operational authority or capability. Any operational authority or capability. There's been confusion about the working group, its role and its activities. The reaction to this working group has been prompted to assess what steps we should take to build the trust needed for the department to be effective in the space. As a result, we will be taking the following additional steps. Under
Hey, how did
Secretary
they
Margaret-
counter? How did they counter the Department of Homeland Security? Or I'm sorry, not counter. How did they coordinate Department of Homeland Security to go about all this? How did they coordinate them?
How'd they coordinate them?
Yeah.
Well, they would they would like label certain pieces of like information, like either online or that being put out about like migration, this information, and then then they would give like recommendations and like what information to put out. Like it was based to counter that or misinformation.
So hold on. So you're telling me, okay, that all they did was label things?
Yeah, label it and then give advice on how to combat it to other departments.
Okay. So that's all they did. That's
Yes.
all that they did, right?
Once again, I'll read it again. They had does not have any operational authority or capability.
So you're telling me that they didn't have
Do you think
charter
if you
that
keep saying
came out
a
with
lot that you're gonna
details
make your
and
argument any
internal
better, bro?
documents?
Like,
Well, I'm trying to
maybe,
respond, and now you're tweaking out about it.
Maybe I
you
did
wanna
fuck your
respond?
mom last. Oh wait, oh shit, I can't do this.
Did you want to respond, Scratch? Calm down, little
Please
virgin. You're
respond, yeah.
okay.
Go
Calm
ahead.
down. So you're telling me that they didn't have a charter that ended up getting leaked that showed that they were trying to function as a coordination and deconfliction setup, where they literally were convening representatives from the Department of Homeland Security to discuss supposed threats, make assessments, and then figure out how they should respond to this accordingly if advising wasn't going well enough? You're telling me that never came
That's
out?
literally what I said.
What the fuck
That's
do you think that
exactly what I
means?
said.
I don't think you listened
That's
to the
exactly
last
what I
two words.
said. They were
I think
giving
listening
advice
to
on
the
how to
hard
combat
part for you.
this misinformation. That's exactly what I said.
Scratch.
Mike.
What were the last 4 words that I said in that sentence? Did you listen to them? What were
the last
they?
4 words? What were the last 4 words in your sentence, Mike?
If advising didn't work.
Wait, what did the charter say? What did the charter say if the advising didn't work?
Can I get a response from Scratch? Did this happen or did that not happen, Scratch? Yes or no?
Did what happen? If advising,
I don't
Did
even
the
think you're
charter
listening at this
happen?
point. This is pretty sad. I don't even think you're listening at this point, Scratch. You're losing your touch, dude.
Well,
You gotta stop.
I'm seriously like, if I don't know something, I'm gonna ask. If what happened?
Scratch, I just explained it to you, dude. What are you doing?
Can you? If your argument's
They
like
had
so
a
easy, just
leaked
explain it.
charter, okay, that was confirmed to be true, that had internal documents, okay, that said that they were convening with representatives from the Department of Homeland Security offices to discuss threats, assess what to do with them, how to go about, having a response, okay, and engagement as needed if advisement did not work. They had actual documents that were leaked. They were confirmed whole 9 yards. You're telling me that that didn't happen, meaning that they were
Mike,
looking
what do
at
you think
actions
that
of what
means?
to
What
do
is
if
what, it-
advising
what wait,
did
Mike? What do
not
you think
work.
that? Yeah. What do you think that means?
It means
Mike?
that they were looking at taking more steps than advising, because advising
What will
wasn't
be the
working.
steps?
Yeah.
Wait,
What would be the
yeah, what
step?
would the steps be after advising?
We're really gonna play the syncretic method here? Government intervention, morons. Like, get on
Source,
board.
Does it
can you
say
prove
that?
that?
Say that?
Source?
What are you guys doing here?
Where does it say that?
Oh my god, here.
Obviously, if the whole
Here,
point
fucking,
of the
what are we
board doesn't
doing?
work,
This
they're
is
going to
just sad.
violate
What
the
are we doing?
Constitution, guys.
What are we doing here?
Bro,
This is
that's
just fucking
the next
sad.
logical step.
What are you guys talking about? This is just sad. I pulled it up before
Mike,
I
can
even
you
brought it
link
up
it to
you guys. You guys are
the
running
to
at this
Scratch's
point.
Discord?
This is
Can you
just
link it to the
sad.
Discord? Mike, link it to the Discord.
Yeah, here, I can pull it up for you guys. Sure, I'll send it over to Scratch. I did say I was leaving about 10 minutes ago, though. I said I'd leave, so
Yeah, yeah.
I'm really
And,
looking for an
did you
answer
say
on
these
this.
were
Can
leaked
you post it in
docu-
general?
And when you say these are leaked documents, you mean the documents that were put out after the FOIA request?
Probably the ones that I literally just described to you. How about those ones? The ones I
You're
literally
talking.
just described.
Just to be clear, you're talking about. Let me see if this works. You're talking about these documents put out in a FOIA request discussing this charter, right? Discussion right here.
No, Scratch, I'm not. No, I'm talking about the documents that got released that literally they had so much backlash that Jankowicz ended up resigning over it like a week later. That literally the Department of Homeland Security and everybody put the whole thing on hold, and then she resigned a week later.
That they got
But
backlash because
I don't
of the
think you
name
read
of the
into this,
board.
obviously.
Wait.
It's
Just
not
gotta-
clear to me you
That's
haven't
not
read
true.
into
No,
this.
Mike,
So
Mike. They
maybe
got
I should
backlash.
have this conversation with
That's
you.
not
I'll send this
true.
over to you. You can read into this, and then we'll have this conversation again. Because clearly, so
You
far
literally-
you guys have
Mike.
Yeah,
said,
run away,
so
run
Mike,
far
away.
you
Go
guys
ahead.
have said that government, that they're going to hold people accountable, but it's going to be the community. You guys said
It
about the
literally-
other
she-
video
no,
that you
she
don't know
literally
what
said
regulation or
community.
oversight would look like,
She
and now you guys
explicitly
are
said
saying
community, by the
that
way.
that you guys haven't read these charters. So
Yeah,
apparently
I just want to
you
point
have
out.
conversations
by the way.
with
Yeah,
other
I
people.
just
This
want
is
to point
pretty
out
sad.
how fucking weak
is
his
pretty
arguments.
sad.
The degrees of separation. Meanwhile, you have Trump since
Evil,
2016 saying,
evil.
if you burn the flag,
You're
you
a
go to prison
Marxist.
for a
Be
year.
quiet. I don't even like Trump. So what are you using that against me for?
Yeah, and
moron?
you're a dick suck for
Obviously
all the
you
time.
don't listen.
I don't like
Somehow
Trump.
I can
you
show
don't
you the
listen.
white stuff.
Obviously you
Screaming
can't
out
even
of your
listen,
mouth.
Evil. Remember when I said like 5 times I didn't even like Trump?
I don't
don't
care.
think you know
You're
how to
a dick
listen.
suck for Trump still.
I don't think you know how to listen because I don't
I-
like the guy.
No, he's
Mike.
not a dick suck for Trump.
I
He
don't
just
think you know
irrationally
how
hates
to
the
listen.
Democrats. Sorry.
True.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
not
said
dick
that the
sucking for
Republicans
Trump.
and the
It's like
Democrats are the
it's like
exact same.
this is DDS. This is
no,
Democrat derangement
we
syndrome.
got onto this conversation because I said Democrats and Republicans are the exact same. So who do I hate,
Yeah, and you haven't
Democrats or
substantiated it.
Republicans?
Yeah,
No,
like,
wait,
where's
Mike,
this down, by the way?
Where's this
Hold
charter,
on,
by
hold
the
on,
way?
hold on. Mike, I have one question. Can you find me a statement by any Democrat as against the First Amendment as Trump saying, if you burn the flag, you go to jail?
You want me to find a statement specifically about flag burning or about just
No,
even
like any
First Amendment?
statement that is as anti-free speech. Because look how much mental gymnastics
Yeah,
you're
Kamala
doing for
Harris
the
getting on
Democrats.
stage
For
and
Trump, I
saying
can
that
just
these
point at him in
corporations are
2016,
allowing people to post
2017,
things
2018,
without oversight
2019,
or
2020,
regulation.
saying
Oh my
the
gosh.
exact
Talk faster,
same
please.
thing.
Talk faster. Talk
Mhm.
faster.
Yeah, you have to talk slower.
Yeah,
You can't
Kamala
comprehend
Harris,
it, guy.
Kamala
You have
Harris
to
through
you
like
have to slow
15
down.
different rallies, flat out jumping up and saying that private corporations are operating without any oversight or regulation as to who can post what onto their platform.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
did
she's
Eric
saying
ever
the
say
platforms aren't
bad.
regulating.
And this
Yeah,
is
she's saying the
just
platforms
sad at
aren't
this
regulating
point.
themselves.
Hold on,
Congratulations.
hold on.
I'm still waiting for that source on the charter. by the way.
What?
So-
Hold on. Obviously, you
What?
didn't listen to the video, and you should listen to it
What?
again.
What?
When did she say these
What?
corporations don't have any inside regulation? They didn't. They said they have no.
She said they have no
have
oversight.
no
Nobody's
oversight.
oversighting them.
Who gives
Yeah.
oversight? Who gives oversight? Do
The people
corporations
at top,
oversight?
up the top.
If a corporation doesn't have oversight, that typically means they don't have oversight from who?
no
That
oversight
doesn't
over
necessarily
the
mean
over
the
This is
government.
just
There's a
sad,
billion
Scrap.
things that can
This is
oversight. There's a
just
billion
sad.
things that do
This
oversight.
is just.
Do you think the government's the
fucking
only
sad.
thing that does oversight, Mike?
Oh, this is just sad, dude.
You-
honestly.
Mike, do
By
you
the
think
way,
that,
every
do you think that,
single-
wait, hold on,
independent
hold on,
private
Mike,
board committees that got
Mike,
that,
is it your-
that
Mike,
everything,
Mike,
sad.
Mike, is
You're
it your
telling me-
opinion
you're
that
telling me when-
Mike, is it
this
your
is just
opinion?
sad, dude.
Is it your opinion
This
that the
is
government is the
just
only thing that can
sad.
do oversight?
Honestly, this is sad. That's not
I
what
know
I
it's
claimed.
incredibly
That's
sad
not
that
what
you
I
can't
claimed,
answer a
is it?
single question.
Is
I
that
know
what I
it's so
claimed? Is
sad.
that what I
It's
claimed?
so sad that you're
Is
here
that what
to
I
dick
claimed?
suck for Donald Trump.
Is that what I
Mike
claimed?
is
Do
such
you
a bad
think that the
gaslighter.
federal
This is
government?
sad,
Do
dude.
you
This is
believe-
sad,
I know,
Scratchy.
it
You have
is
fucking a bunch
incredibly
of
sad.
regarded
It is
Marxists who
super
don't know
sad.
what they're
It
talking about
it's
up
so
here.
sad.
This is
Yeah,
sad.
it's so sad.
It
It's so sad
is.
that you have to call me a Marxist because you you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. It's super
Pretty
sad.
sure you're a Marxist.
Oh, yeah? Are you?
Well, do you subscribe to the labor theory of value?
Nope. Scratch is more of a Marxist than I am, big guy. Like, I don't know what to tell you. He
I
just
think
has
that's weird. that you kicked me.
Democrat
That's sad.
derangement syndrome.
I think it's weird
So
that you
is-
kicked me.
Isn't it kind of sad that you believe that government is the only thing that can do oversight?
When did I say that? Can you show me
When
where
did
I
she
said
say
that?
government oversight?
Can you show me where I said that? Can you show me?
Where did she say
Can
government
you
oversight?
show me where I
You're
said
implying
that?
that because she said
Why are you
oversight, it
pivoting
means
now?
government.
Why are you pivoting now? Show me where I said that government.
That's
is
the
only people who
implications
do
of your
oversight.
statement.
No,
You're
no, show
saying,
me where I
I'll
said
tell
that.
you
Show
exactly.
me.
I'll tell you
Oh,
exactly
so
where,
you're
Mike.
No.
steelmanning
I'll tell
my
you exactly
argument.
where.
Oh
I'll tell you
my
exactly
gosh.
where.
my
I'll tell
The
you
walk
exactly where.
back is
Someone has to
insane.
listen.
you're
Somebody has to
steelmanning my
steel man
argument.
your.
bro.
So you're
Somebody has to
steelmanning it.
steel man your argument
So,
because
so you're
clearly you can't
steelmanning
do
it. This
it.
is sad.
So
This is just
yeah,
So
bad.
I need
wait,
to
wait,
steel
wait,
man
wait,
it
wait,
because you
wait,
can't
wait,
do
wait.
it. Yeah, true.
Scratch,
Wait,
how do you
wait,
keep
Mike,
morons
So
Mike,
just out
Mike,
of curiosity.
Like
Mike.
I don't understand this.
Mike,
Scratch.
so wait,
How do you keep
no,
morons like this?
Mike. After you imply and literally outright state for like the past 5 minutes that when she says oversight, that she's talking about oversight from the government, and
Why
you know,
should a
explicitly
private
voice it
corporation
out,
have
and you say,
oversight
"Show
from
me where I
anybody?"
said that." You go ahead, walk back your statement, okay? Because I agree
Wait.
with you now.
That's
No,
don't
fine.
why
know.
should
No,
they
that's a
have
fine
oversight
question.
from
That's a
anybody? I'm
fine
not
question.
walking it back. I
Where
just said
did
they
you say
shouldn't
that?
have any. I just said why should they have oversight from anybody?
Where
They're
did
a
you say
private
that? That's a really good
corporation.
question.
Why should they have
Where,
any sort of oversight?
where did you say that is a really good question? Where did she say government oversight?
I didn't say she said that. She said oversight,
Okay.
and I'm saying
Wait,
why
so
should
she's
any
not
private
talking.
corporation
So
have
wait,
oversight?
so she's
to
not
begin with?
talking about oversight from the government, aka not a violation of the First Amendment. That's what you're saying?
Dude, you're just another dean.
Yeah,
I'm
don't answer
saying that she very
Oh my
clearly
God. How
implied.
funny. How
I'm
funny.
claiming that she
Yeah,
very
you-
clearly
uh-huh.
implied that she was talking about federal oversight. You're saying
Oh,
that she
okay.
wasn't.
And I'm
So
saying
my
that you heavily.
responding
I'm saying
question-
that you
my
very heavily implied that
responding-
government is the only
she
thing that can
said-
do oversight.
Hold on. She said we. Who would we be? What position did she hold at that point? Who was
When did
we?
she say we? What,
She said
at
we
what
in the
point did she
video.
say we?
She said we in the video. Who was she? Like what was
What
her
was the
position at that
context in
point?
which she said
what,
we?
What was that? So you didn't watch the video?
I watched
so
the
you're
video. I
arguing
didn't
something you
remember it
didn't
text
even
by
watch.
text.
Why would she say we? Out of curiosity, what was her
What's the
position at the time of that video?
You would answer me the
was she
context in
not
which she
the
said
vice
we if
president?
you actually
Was she
thought this
not
was a
the
good.
vice president?
In what context did she say we?
Well, when she said in the second video, which does not say we as the community, she flat out says we will hold them responsible. Who would we be if she's the vice
Probably the
president at that
people at
point
the
in time?
rally. Probably the
Oh,
people.
oh,
She's running for the president of the United States, Mike.
Oh my God! The people at the rally are going to hold a private court. So she wasn't talking about
Yes.
her actual.
Do you think?
campaign.
Do you think that people have like? Do you
This
think
is
that people
sad,
have the
dude.
ability
This
to
is sad.
boycott?
This
Yes.
is so
the
sad.
people have the ability
This
to
is
hold
so sad.
corporations accountable. Yes.
So she's going down to a campaign. Okay, she's going
Uh-huh.
down to talk about her agenda, what she's going to do as president.
Uh-huh.
And for
Uh-huh.
some reason, while she's talking about her agenda, okay, on online safety, she says,
Mhm.
we here at the rally are going to hold all these corporations accountable. You mean to tell me she wasn't talking about we as in her and her group?
I think if she meant her administration, she would have said her administration.
Oh,
Mike.
this is just sad, dude. This is
Mike,
such
I just-
bad faith,
Mike,
Scratch.
yeah,
I'm
Mike,
flipping
it's super
all
sad.
this.
Wait,
I'm
hold on,
flipping
hold on.
all this,
Scratch,
Scratch.
hold on.
This is
Scratch,
just
hold on.
Kamala
sad.
Harris and Joe. Wait,
Scratch.
Kamala.
Scratch.
Kamala
This
Harris-
is
wait,
just
I just
Kamala-
want to
sad.
keep
wait,
in mind the two
Scratch,
quotes
this
that we're
is
comparing.
just sad.
I just
I'm
want to keep in
sorry.
mind the two
But
quotes
your
that
Go
we're
ahead.
comparing.
friend here is the
When
most
Kamala
bad
Harris-
faith I've ever heard in
Hold
my
on,
life,
hold on.
Scratch. How do you
Let's talk
keep
about the bad
company like
faith.
this around?
Let's
I
talk
don't
about the bad
understand
faith,
this.
Mike,
I'm
because
not
you're
talking
saying
to
that
you anymore. I'm talking
Mike,
to Scratch.
Yeah, I know,
Be
because you
quiet,
can't.
Scratch.
Oh my God, what a
Be
pussy.
quiet,
What a
Mike,
child.
pussy.
Mike,
I'm
I'm
talking
not
to
gonna
Scratch.
talk to you anymore.
Mike,
How do you
Mike, no,
keep
no,
Mike,
such
to me,
bad
guys,
faith
for the
like
audience.
this
No,
around?
Scratch for the audience.
Can
For
I-
the
can I
audience.
ask
I need to
Scratch
make
a
sure that the
question?
audience.
Can I ask him a
No,
question,
you
or
can't.
is that
I'm not
okay?
talking. I'm not talking
What,
to
the
you
whole,
anymore,
what, the whole
Mike.
fucking 13
No,
people
I
down
wanna.
there?
Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, there's people
Calm
on my
down,
end watching.
calm
Scratch
down,
is watching on
Randall.
YouTube.
Calm down,
I just want to
Randall.
make sure that
Calm
the
down.
audience understands
Take a
that these
breath.
two. Listen, if
Take a breath.
you
Take a breath.
truly didn't care about what I was
Take a
saying, you wouldn't
breath.
be talking over me, so you
Holy
can't,
shit.
so nobody can hear what I'm
breath.
saying.
I'm trying to talk to Scratch, okay? You
I
don't
know,
need
and
my
I'm not
attention
letting you
that
because
bad.
the only
Let
reason
Radio-
you're talking
no,
to Scratch
okay.
is because
I
you don't
hate
want to
it.
talk to
I
me,
hate
Mike.
me. Real's
I'm
gonna
so
go,
sorry.
and then
You
Mike.
don't
So,
need my
Let's keep in
attention
mind-
that bad.
Let's keep in mind.
I'm
I don't
talking
need your
to
attention.
Scratch.
As far as I'm concerned, you
I'm
can fuck off.
talking
I just want
to
to talk. I just want to finish the
Scratch.
point that I was making.
Renewal
before
is
you
gonna
started
go, and then
filibustering
Mike-
over me.
Mike.
Hold on.
Mike,
Hold on.
you need
I'm
to stop
I
talking
just
to
want to finish
Scratch.
the point that I was making until you wanted
Somebody,
to
Reynolds,
filibuster over me.
okay, somebody mute Mike till Real finishes.
Take a
Go
breath,
ahead,
Reynolds.
Okay,
Take a
so I
breath.
just want to
Sorry,
be
Alan.
clear to compare the two things that we're talking about.
I don't give
These
a
two
fuck.
things
I'm
are
not talking
equal.
to you about
I
this
know you
anymore,
don't.
dude. I'm
I'm not
talking to
talking to you, Mike. That's the glorious thing about
talking
it.
to
I'm not
Scratch.
talking
What's
to
your
you.
problem?
I'm not talking to you. I'm
Do
talking
you
to
need
Scratch
my
too.
attention?
I was talking to Scratch before.
I'll leave,
first.
Scratch.
I don't know why you
Just
keep
let him
unmuting
finish,
yourself
and
as
then
if
you
I'm
can ask
talking
him
to
the
you.
question
I'm
back.
not
I
talking
don't want to
you,
address
bud.
your buddy who's
That's the
lying
craziest
through his
thing.
teeth, Scratch. I want to
You don't
address
need to
you.
address me. I'm not addressing
I
you.
wanna
We
address
don't need to
Scratch.
address each
I
other.
wanna
You can
address
hide in the
Scratch.
corner from me
So,
all you want,
Scratch,
as long as I can
now
get this
that I'm going
sentence
to
out, Mike.
address you,
You can hide
it's
in this
very
corner
simple question,
as much
Scratch.
as you can.
How
I
did
started
you
talking
start
first, Mike.
keeping company this poor around you all the time? I don't understand
Because
it.
he got
Like,
tired
where
of
was the
people
fall off
with. He
at
got tired
to
of
where
your
you
people.
started
Mike, do you
keeping
notice
He got
that,
tired of
Mike,
the people
Mike,
that were
you're
actually
actually
listening.
so you're
At
Mike,
least,
you're so
at least I can
degrading
let
to
somebody talk.
you're so degrading to conversation, dude. Like you just keep talking, you don't let anybody else go.
So because
Well,
he's
I'm
too
trying to
stupid to
address
actually
you.
let
I
anybody
asked you
else
a
talk.
question. I don't really want to engage with a liar like this who somehow
I
claimed
understand.
to
Not try, he's not addressing
Listen,
you,
if,
Mike.
she's
if I were
asking
you,
people at the
if,
rally
yeah,
to hold them
yeah,
accountable.
Mike,
Like this is
Mike,
just a
if I were
lie.
you,
This is
if
just
I were
lying.
you, I wouldn't want to engage with me either. I
Okay,
understand.
Riddle,
that.
why didn't she
So
say?
I just want,
Why didn't she say we,
Wait,
the
I
people
thought you
here
weren't
at this
talking to
rally?
me.
Why wouldn't they do that?
I thought you weren't
Answer
talking
that.
to me.
Can you show
I'm gonna
that?
finish. I'm gonna
Show
finish the
that.
point that I was trying to make
Yeah,
beforehand.
go for it.
I thought
Go
you
for it.
weren't talking
Go
to me,
for it.
Mike.
I'll wait. Then I'll address Scratch. Okay, your holiness, since you need my attention that bad, Reynolds. I'll wait.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I wasn't talking to you this whole time. I just want to be clear that we know the two statements that we're comparing is comparable. When Kamala Harris goes out and says, we will hold social media companies accountable, that's a First Amendment violation. And that's equal to Donald Trump saying, we took their First Amendment away, verbatim. Those are the two equivalent, and then actually doing it, right? Those
Why
are
are
the
you bringing
two
up Trump? I
equivalent.
don't
That's
even
what
like
makes
him.
these two. Well, because you're saying these two are equal, and it's
I
clearly
don't like Trump,
ridiculous,
so
right?
why are you bringing him up? That's insane.
You're saying
Like,
they're
what's wrong with
equal,
you?
Mike.
Are you listening?
You're saying they're equal, Mike.
When?
You're saying they're
When did
equal.
I say they're equal? When? I said that
Didn't
I
you
don't
wait?
see a difference. Hold on. I said there's no difference between Democrat and Republicans. A First Amendment infringement is a First
So
Amendment
okay,
infringement.
Mike,
You're
what's
trying
a
to
synonym
you're
for
trying to pick
what's a
cherries
synonym
now
for no
about it
difference?
and draw straws, which is so
If there's
weird.
a number, Mike, if there's a number
Are they
here and there's a
both
number
infringements?
here
Are they
and there's
both
no
infringements?
difference in them,
Are they
what
both
are they,
infringements?
Mike?
Are they both infringements? Are those both infringements?
No,
Are they?
no, they're not. They're not.
Oh, they're
So
not?
if there's a number here and there's a number
Oh my
here and there's no
God.
difference, Mike, what does that make those two numbers?
Is Kamala Harris, if she were to go out tomorrow, okay, and restate that and say, we, the federal government, will hold them accountable, is that an infringement just like Donald Trump
She's saying
we
she
took away
wants.
their free speech?
She's saying that she wants to infringe on the First Amendment in that case. Yes.
Well, she said it. Well, I hate to break it to you. She said it in the video too. You just want to lie about it,
she
which is
didn't.
fine.
That's-
All Marxists
she-
are liars
she
and
didn't, but
killers.
that's fine.
It is what it
She
is.
didn't.
It is
Wait,
what it is.
one more time, Mike.
It
Did
is
she
what
ever
it is.
say anything about the federal government in those two videos?
Yeah, she said we, and she was a part of the federal government. She was the vice president.
Yeah.
at the time.
So
Yeah,
no,
we.
she didn't. Right?
We.
That
Who do you
doesn't
think
mean
she
the
was talking
federal
about? Her and her
government.
husband? Do you think she was talking
I
about?
literally
her and her
already
husband?
told you who she was talking about, but you just want to ignore it because you have this narrative that you want to fulfill that the Democrats and the Republicans are equal, even though Donald Trump will explicitly come out and say we took away their First Amendment, and the Democrats have never done that, and they've never tried to,
Why
right?
do you keep trying to throw that in my face like I like?
Because
Trump,
you're
bro?
saying
I
they're
think you have
equal,
issues. I
Mike.
think you have
You're
TBS.
saying they're
This is
equal,
very
Mike. I
weird.
don't know
This
if you
is
can't
very
track.
weird. Right?
This is a tracking
But
issue,
when
Mike.
she
You
goes
said they're
out and she
equal.
says, "Hey, we,"
The head of the
are gonna
Republican
hold them
Party represents the
accountable. I hate to break
Republicans.
it to you.
The head of the Democratic Party represents the Democrats. If those
Okay.
two things are equal, then I'm going to bring up the leader of the
I want you
Republican
to answer
Party.
this
I'm
question
sorry you can't
while I'm
track.
recording. Hold on. I want you to answer this question while I'm recording. So in that clip, you're claiming that when she said we will hold them accountable, you think she stopped addressing how she was going to fix online issues, and you think she immediately called for a group of 300 people to rally to be the ones to go after a private company? That's what you're claiming?
I'm saying
really?
that we have no indication that she wanted the federal government to do it.
Who would we be then?
The people listening to her.
So she wanted the 200-300 people at the rally. When she said we will hold them accountable, she's calling for 200 or 300 people
No,
at the
she's
rally
saying we
to
the
go after a
people. She's
private
saying we the
corporation
people.
and demand oversight and regulation.
Yeah, I think she's saying we the people. Yeah.
When did she say we the people in that? When?
She said we.
When?
What's
We
closer
is
to?
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah. Well,
we,
while
what,
she's up
is
there,
we
well,
closer
while
to
she's
we
up
the
there and
people
she's
or the
talk-
entire federal government, Mike?
No, we as in we as in me and my team. That's what that's
I
closest
just-
to.
you're
While
just
she's
making
up-
that
while
up.
she's
You're
up
just
there-
making that
while
up.
she's up
But
there-
wait,
while she's
wait,
up
wait,
there,
wait,
and she's
quick question.
talking about- while she's up there and she's talking about how she's going to take on online issues and safety, she says we will fix this. That's her and her team. She's
Kamala
addressing
Harris,
her
Kamala Harris
policy.
was VP at the time, right? Can you give me like any indication of like this kind of censorship that she was talking about happening under the Biden administration?
Hold on. Say that all again.
She was VP at the time.
Are you
They
talking
had
about her
the
opponent
director to control the
administration or under
government.
Biden's?
Did any of this kind of censorship that you're talking about that you wanted to enact happen under that administration?
Yeah, it did. We have active reports of the government calling, coercing, and all but threatening Facebook to remove and censor specific information.
Wait,
And that
so
was
Mike, when you
proven.
say all but
That was
when you say
proven.
all but
That
threatening,
was
you mean they
proven.
didn't threat, right? When you say all but threatening, that means they
That
didn't
is-
threaten them, right?
To be
Just
yeah.
to make sure we're on the same
Hold on,
page.
hold on. So you're justifying a government. So you're justifying the administration
To
of
be
a government
clear-
calling and coercing and screaming at a private corporation, trying to force them into doing something.
There's
You're fine with
literally-
that.
Coercing them
there's-
how? Wait,
So,
what
so
was
you're
the
fine
coercion,
with that?
Mike?
No. So you're
What was
fine
the
with that,
coercion?
right? So you're fine.
No,
with
I'm
that,
objecting
right?
I'm objecting to your term. What do you mean by coercion?
Yeah, when you call, okay, as the government, and you start
Uh-huh.
making demands that people have to do something, okay,
No,
demanding that they
they
have
didn't
to.
do that. They didn't do that.
They did. What are you talking about? We have firsthand accounts.
When
Dude, you're
did
just
the
a liar
federal-
at this point,
Yeah,
Scratch.
no, wait,
I
wait,
can't.
wait,
I
wait,
can't.
Mike,
I can't
Mike,
talk the
Mike,
fucking
There's no
liar.
for- wait, 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 wait.
I
Hybrid,
know
wait,
you
give me a
can't
second,
talk
give me a
to
second,
me.
give me a second.
Flat out
Mike,
lying.
we
Wait,
all
give me a
know
sec.
you
No,
can't
no, no,
talk
no.
to me.
I no.
Unless
I
this guy
actually
wants
read
to talk
through the
about
emails.
economics,
Mike,
or something
no,
Mike,
that
we
we
all
can
know
lie
you can't
about.
talk to me.
I don't want.
When did the federal government? Wait, hold on. When
No,
did the
no, no,
federal
no, no.
government
Hold on,
say
hold on,
that
hold on.
that?
Stop,
When did the federal government say that company
Reinhold,
had to do
I'm
something?
not going to sit here and talk to you if you're going to
I
flat
know
out lie.
because
So
you're a
unless you
pussy.
want
I
to talk about
understand.
like
I know you're a
economics or
pussy.
something,
I
that we
understand
guys,
that you
give me-
can't talk to me.
Reno, please give me a
Trust
second.
me, I
Reno,
understand.
try
If
to
I
knock
were
it
you,
out.
I
Reno,
wouldn't
give
talk
me-
to me
Reno,
either.
This point. This
Give
is
me a
sad.
sec. Give me a sec. I actually read the Facebook emails. Nothing in there indicates there was any calls. Can I finish? Any calls where they were yelling at people. The only time that claim came from anybody was from Zuckerberg, and it was after the presidential election. And he never said it on Joe Rogan. And he never said it when he spoke about it the first 2 times he went on Joe Rogan. It was after
Okay, so
Trump
his
won.
testimony is not. So his testimony is not valid. Okay,
Yes.
this is the point we're
Yes,
at now.
I
Is now
don't
you
think
guys are
he's being
saying that I
truthful.
shouldn't
What it
trust
wasn't. Wait,
specific
it wasn't
people.
in the emails. In the other time, the
God.
other time before the election, when Zuckerberg went on to talk about the
Scratch.
exact same subject on Joe Rogan, he never mentioned it.
You're telling me I shouldn't trust an eyewitness testimony at this point. So
Yeah,
either
'cause he
you're
changes-
lying, and so is your buddy, or you're being bad
Wait,
faith,
do you-
which is why
do you
I
How am I
said
lying? Wait,
unless
how
you
am I-
want to-
how am I
that's
lying?
why I said unless you want to talk about economics
Mike.
at this point, you're
Mike,
literally
Mike,
telling me.
Why didn't Zuckerberg? Wait,
Scratch.
Mike.
Your
why didn't
buddy
Zucker-
Reinhold over there said that never happened. You're saying that did
RDS, by the way.
happen, and that it
Mike.
came
No, Scratch is
from,
saying that
and
it never happened.
and that it
Mike.
came
No.
from Zuckerberg's mouth. That
Mike.
I shouldn't trust.
Mike,
him.
Mike,
I
Mike,
cannot
why
have
did
a
wait,
conversation with you
Mike,
guys at
Mike,
this
when
point. So
Wait,
no,
when
stop,
Zuckerberg,
stop.
wait, Mike, when
Stop.
Zuckerberg went on
Scratch.
Joe Rogan the
Scratch.
first time to talk about this
Scratch.
exact
I'm
topic,
not having
why
this
didn't he say
conversation with
this?
Scratch.
Wait, when
Scratch.
Zucker,
I'm not having this conversation with you. You're telling me that
I'm asking you to
I
answer the question.
Not trust the
Mike,
witness,
just answer the question.
Or you're hold on, Scratch. Your buddy's lying
No,
to me.
he
You're telling me I
refuses.
don't need to trust the witness. I won't have this conversation with you anymore. Do you guys want to talk about economics?
Mike.
Something we can prove? If not, I'm out
Mike.
because you're literally telling me I
I
should
won't
not
talk
trust
to you
the testimony
anymore.
at this point.
Mike, yes, you shouldn't trust the witness. In this case, I'm gonna ask you
Okay,
the
all right,
question.
all right,
Hopefully,
I'm out,
hopefully you
I'm
can
out, I'm
answer.
out. No.
Why didn't Zuckerberg mention in? Okay. Yep. Okay.
I
Exactly.
won't talk to you anymore.
But remember, none of the emails, literally none of the emails to Facebook, between the FBI or between employees ever mentioned screaming at them or phone calls. It was they're very cordial. Zuckerberg never mentioned this the first time he went in Joe Rogan. He only talked about it after the election when he started sucking up to Donald Trump.
Also, the screaming on the phone, that doesn't matter. When did the federal government ever say
Yes.
you have to take something down? When did they ever threaten any punishment?
They never did.
They never did. I know. That's
Remember,
why he
and
was
if
lying.
you look at you, and we don't have statistics for Twitter. Sorry, for Facebook, but we have statistics for Twitter. 49.8% of all posts the government requested to be taken down. Only 49.8% of them were actually taken down. And remember, it was because they were in violation of TOS. So the government would
Can I
find
let
something,
Bentley on?
and they'd say, "Hey, this is in violation of your TOS. Please take it down." It's like a celebrity. If they find like they pretend you're a celebrity and there's like new pictures of you on like a certain social media platform, you reach out, hey, you flag it saying this is in violation of TOS, take it down. That's all the government
Wait,
was
did
doing.
somebody kick Mike? Did you kick Mike?
No, he left.
Why is he saying that we're gonna run? He says they're just gonna lie and run. You left. You said
Real
I'm not gonna
fast.
talk to you guys.
Real fast, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg has a fiduciary responsibility to make Trump happy. His company lives or dies based on how happy Trump is with him. So, of course, I don't trust him as a biased witness. He legally has a legal obligation. Like he could, he's a CEO who has to do what the best for his company. He's legally required to do that. He has to maximize the stock value. So when he gives Trump money, it's because he wants something in return. He legally, Facebook cannot. Yeah.
And I just want to mention, right? Like with this whole thing. Joe Rogan on that exact same episode, I think the Zuckerberg says, "Oh yeah, they were calling us and they were like yelling at our staff to take stuff down." And Rogan asks, "Oh," and Rogan asks, "Do you have any like recordings of this?" He's like, "No." There's no evidence. It's just Zuckerberg's testimony, and it's not even testimony.
Which, by the way, I really do wonder: does that guy trust the testimony of Katie Johnson, or does he trust the testimony of E. Jean Carroll, or does he trust the testimony of Jeffrey Rosen or Richard Donahue or John Eastman didn't testify, right? He violated the subpoena. My bad. Or like all of these different people. Obviously, he doesn't, right? It's just like this is the first time I've ever had a Republican trust testimony. Okay.
Yeah. Or what about the testimony of Epstein?
Epstein.
You know, in all of his
Epstein.
emails.
Bentley. What's up?
All he can talk about is this stuff. You brought up the topic. You said they were both equal. This live is about free speech. I don't know if you can read. You might not be able to based off of those clips you gave me. Like I don't know what you want me to say. It's just like tracking error after tracking error. That's a you problem, big dog.
Typical champagne socialist. You educated.
I'm not a socialist, but that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Slim Buddy, what do you disagree with?
So, Trump wants to unlike Democrats. Yeah, cool. Based.
Okay, great, brother.
Figured, yeah. Why? Why is that based? Oh, okay, you picked him. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, can we? What's your semantic reduction of based?
Drew.
Bentley. Different Bentley. What's up?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Ooh. How old are you, buddy?
17.
Well, I appreciate your honesty, big dog.
Appreciate it. Might have let that slide if you did lied.
I just want to make sure everybody knows. Everybody does know, but anybody who says, I'm not going to talk to you, I refuse to talk to you, okay, that person didn't win the debate.
Sure.
I encourage.
And then he talks to me,
really
and then
do.
I ask him like questions. He won't even answer them either. He leaves.
I really do encourage, like, please, Mike, post that. Please, for the love of God, post you being so afraid to talk to me.
He can't speak up if other people aren't giving him the opportunity to speak. Something because he has nothing. Anyone still supporting his delusion, supporting it. Speak up like a man. Get a father. Go listen
True.
to Black and gay hip hop. Holy shit.
True.
Bro, you are gay. Bro.
You are gay.
You are gay. You are gay. We do not think you got it here. Get out. Didn't Trump pardon Honduras ex-rug narcotic president? The entire world thinks Trump.
Yup.
Not true. I remember this. I don't know if I still have it, but there's like a graph out there that shows like Scratch.
Will you host a 1v1 debate between me and your boyfriend? I don't want to talk about econ with you. I don't give a fuck. We probably agree on a lot of economic principles. I don't care.
Trust, Mike. I'll host a 1v1 debate between you and my other boyfriend, Nick is Canes, on econ. Okay, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'll have
you
a
can talk to
wonderful
Nick.
time
That's fine.
I'm sure I'll have a
Why are you
wonderful
scared?
time.
It's just not what I talk about. Like, I think it's really telling that you come up here on a live about freedom of speech. You have no idea what you're talking about. You expose yourself as having no idea what you're talking about. You cry. You refuse to talk to me like a child. And then you drop down and say, well, would you talk about this other completely unrelated thing? No, I don't want to. I have no interest in that topic. I don't go on econ live. I don't go on econ lives and talk about the First Amendment like you go on First Amendment lives and talk about econ. If you can only talk about one thing, that's fine, but maybe stay in your lane, big dog.
We had a mega great, really white Xmas. I don't know if that was racism, bad grammar, or both.
It was 1000% both. But...
Calm down, Dean. We clipped you lying and gaslighting.
Yeah,
Mike,
did
you?
you?
Didn't clip anything. Do I have to pull? Okay. Do I? I don't
Like
want
three separate streams going on right now. We all have it. It's
Like,
okay
do
though.
we
I
wanna
also
pull
have
up-
you clipped saying I refuse to talk to him. I'm not talking to him.
True.
So I'm happy. I'm happy.
Do you want to pull up the Nick's Canes clips? He posted you, little Mike. Remember? He caught you on Econ, by the way. You didn't understand the difference between like an index fund and a worker co-op. When I cooked him for 45 minutes, lol. I don't remember doing that, little bro. Holy shit. You're talking tough. Yeah, I saw the debate.
Why did Democrats tell Big Tech to censor, spelled wrong, Trump and Republicans?
I think I can
they
hear
didn't.
Trump's dog.
It's not Estron's dog. My cat snores so fucking loud. It's ridiculous.
That's your cat
It's my cat.
snoring?
Yes. Yes, it's my cat snoring.
It sounds like a purring
Hold on, I'll wake
dog.
him up. Hey, buddy. Wake up.
That's insane.
It's pretty sad you ran from my call.
It's difficult to
comment.
understand
I've already
when you
told
just
you
came
that's.
back.
I have no interest in that.
We had
Oh, unless that was
mega.
directed towards Scratch.
We had a mega. Right. Oh, you're right. Okay. What does this even mean? It's difficult to understand when you just came down from the trees.
Fire. Just kidding.
The answer: black men between the ages of 16 and 35. Wait. Do you know the number one leading cause of death is for black men between the ages of 16 and 35? The answer: black men between. Okay. More racism. Can
Also,
anyone from
by
the
the way,
far right
Scratch,
tell the truth? Yeah.
your layout on shorts is like really bad. I just hope you know.
Oh, it's terrible. And it gets
You've got Trump covering up your face, big dog. I was like, oh, when I record this, I could take Scratch's thing and put it like in the corner or everything, but I can't. I literally can't. Like, there's no face to be spoken of.
my face is right here, bro.
Yeah, on TikTok, not on YouTube.
Was my face like here the entire time? Oh, was I
It's
sitting
like,
back?
I'm looking at it on the screen right now. Trump is covering up your face when you look down, and you look down a lot. Like, this is bad, Scratch. You gotta lock it.
Well, you'd be unfortunate because I actually forgot to start recording until halfway through that debate. But I still got the TikTok recording.
I'm recording it. I just don't have your face. Like, I've got it on my end. I've been streaming this whole time. I've been streaming
Just
since
post
I was
my
on my
face
list.
for a second.
I can't post your face.
It's
covered
so
by Donald
tiny.
Trump's face.
It's such a tiny Donald Trump face. I'll make it smaller, okay?
It's
Fine.
literally, it's not. I don't. No,
I-
move it. Just don't make it over your fucking
Move it
face.
where?
Move the Trump sucks up. Move the Trump sucks up. Move the debate me on TikTok up. Move Trump to the very bottom. Keep your face where it's at.
Also, I like to leave the bottom 1/3 of the screen uncovered so people are incentivized to have chat open.
That works too.
Move the
But,
debate me on
Trump, I
TikTok
don't think,
where?
would. Right under the Trump sucks. But you could probably even bump that up a little bit too. Why don't you debate me right now? I'm free. Mike, I seem to recall you saying that I had to leave in like 10 minutes. Why didn't you say that and then just stay? It's a little strange.
No, I'm keeping the debate.
Also, Tron, you're definitely not allowed to be on the road at this point. Just letting you know.
Okay, the Trump is tiny now. He's itty bitty. It's a little bit of Trump. It's a tiny
He's
witty
teensy
witty.
teensy.
bitty
This is
Trump.
better. This is certainly better.
Oh shit! Wait. Wrong thing. So Scratch, you running? I'm not running from anything. Running from what?
Brought up your friend. You said you'd have your friend debate me, and I said, well, why don't you take his place right now? Why are you running from it, Scratch? I'm free right now. You want to talk econ?
This is the prompt. You can talk about it if you want.
Why are you running, Scratch?
This is the prompt of the line.
You and
so I can't
Reinhold are
really talk
running.
about
I'm
it.
lost. Why? So you guys lie about the fact
It's
that
not
Kamala
running.
Harris wanted to restrict free speech, and now you're running
Why do you
from.
think there's a
It's
why do you
some-
think there's a
like,
prompt up on the
if
screen?
I-
We can have an ideology debate then. Do you want to have an ideology debate then?
To be clear, if I'm holding holding like a political convention on free speech, and then somebody comes in and asks if they can talk
Yeah,
talk
why don't
about
we schedule
fucking
it then?
econ at my convention,
Okay.
and I say
Okay,
no,
yeah.
I'm not running from the topic.
Okay,
of
can we
econ,
schedule it
just
then? Can we schedule it then? What about tomorrow?
tomorrow? No, I'm driving to Milwaukee
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh, okay. What about the day after?
Maybe. Like, what would it be
God,
on though?
Scratch.
Is it just gonna be on?
Scratch.
Like, what do you mean by
I
econ?
just said on econ or ideology. I just think it's sad. Like you guys
That's not
gaslight,
a
you guys
claim.
lying about a free speech.
Like, what's the
about
like
free
what's
speech
like
video
what's the
that's blatantly
like so,
in your
what's
face,
the
and now you
specific
won't
what,
debate
like
me
what's the
on
specific
anything
what's the
important.
specific
You won't
claim to
debate me on
debate?
ideology. You won't debate me on econ. You won't debate me on anything
What's the
important.
What's the
specific
claim?
what's
You
the
can't
specific
debate
claim
somebody
gonna
on
be?
econ. What's the claim?
Scratch. You have a complete. You're a market socialist, and I'm an Austrian. Like, what do you mean? What's the fucking claim? I'll debate you on your economic understanding versus mine. Why are you making this difficult?
Like,
and
what's the
This is scared.
I'm
This is just
I want
showing that you're
specific.
scared.
No, any
Yeah,
formal
I'll
debate
debate
have
you. I'll
you have
debate you on
specific.
your
If you're setting,
ideology
wait, I'm
versus
sorry.
mine.
I'm
Pretty
sorry. If
simple.
you're sorry. I'm sorry. We're not like this isn't like
Scratch.
middle school.
You're a
okay?
market
This isn't
socialist.
high
I'm an
school.
Austrian.
Wait, this
You
isn't a
already
high school
know that.
debate. This is
You
high
won't
school
debate me on
debate where it's like,
economic
what's the topic?
ideologies?
Immigration. We sit around a Socratic seminar. Okay. We have
Scratch.
specific propositions that each side is going to
Oh my
defend.
God.
What are they? It's going to be like
Scratch. I've said this 3 times, okay? And you know this. You know that I'm an Austrian guy, okay? You know this. We've debated forever. Why would you like to debate your thought of economics versus mine?
what's specifically on the thought? Just
Oh
the
my
entire
God, dude.
thing.
If you want something specific, okay, I'll debate you. What is less exploitive, socialism or capitalism? How does that sound?
That sounds fine. We can debate that.
Sweet. When would you like
And
to
it should
schedule
be
it, Scratch?
what is less exploitive,
When-
market
when-
socialism or capitalism?
Yeah, sweet. When would you like to debate that, Scratch?
How about we aim for that on Wednesday?
Wednesday? What time?
Wednesday. Anytime. I'll go live. You can come up.
We can't get a third party host?
If you want a third party host,
Yeah,
do you
why
have
not?
anybody
Yeah,
in
could I
mind,
ask
like
John to
Tumblr, or
Yeah, could I ask John to host it, or Tumblr, or could I ask Slayer?
yeah, if
Any
you
one of
want
those
to,
people that you
go
know?
ahead. Yes. Not
Sweet,
Slayer.
I'll ask anyone. Why
Anyone
not? Why not Slayer?
Because I don't think he.
Why?
He's somebody who hides his power level, and like slowly like creeps like beliefs on people, and is like perfectly dishonest.
What the fuck are you talking about, Scratch? What hikes his power level?
Hides his power level. He obscures his positions. Like he has way more. He has very, very, very strong, like more like right wing positions, which he obscures
What the
when he's
fuck
in
does that
left
matter?
wing
He's
liberal
not
lives,
debating
and
you.
he
I
slowly
am.
breadcrumbs people, his positions. And
What the fuck
also
does that
he's
matter?
ran
He's
from
not
the past
debating you.
debates.
I am. What the fuck does that matter? He's not debating you,
Yeah,
Scratch.
don't
I
think he's
am.
I don't think he's an honest person. I don't want him being like a moderator or host for a platform.
He's not a moderator, Scratch. Me and you debate all the time. Why would we need a moderator? It's me and you getting on a panel to talk. Why are you making this difficult and running? This is so
Because he
weird.
has the power to mute me. So obviously, I'm not going to want to host at someone who's been dishonest in the past.
What are you
Is
talking about?
Tumblr Tumblr and John are fine though.
He hosted me and fucking RC Dubs debating. I can't get any worse than that. Why are you being weird about this?
RC Dubs.
Yeah,
I don't even
he
know who
hosted
that
me
is.
and that moron. So why are you being weird about this?
I already like gave you my explanation of why I don't want to.
What if Slayer hosted it and what if John mods? Is that fine with you?
That's fine. If John's modding.
All right, I'll put out the feelers. You know, John can only debate typically in the mornings, though, right? You know that he has a strict work schedule. He can only debate typically
Yes, yeah,
at any time
I
before noon on
understand
Eastern
John's
time.
schedule.
All right, so Wednesday, you're looking specifically in the morning time, then probably sometime between noon before noon Eastern time.
That works. Like 10.
That'd be my guess. I have to confirm that with John. I just know it'd have to be sometime before. I think it's noon or 2 is his specific time frame. It's either noon or 2. I'd have to ask him, but my guess would just be probably to be safe, sometime before noon Eastern time. Yeah, would make the most sense for his schedule.
Okay, I'll do my research. Which, by the way, y'all, speaking of research,
Fireplug.
introducing Scratch and Cringy's notes. For
This is just
See,
sad, bro.
me and
What
me and
the fuck?
Cringy aren't just like your typical, okay, TikTok debater
You're
hacks.
giving-
Okay,
you're
we are an
giving
extra
talking points to
special type
people?
of hack. Okay, and grifter. We actually take the time
Oh
to
my
post
God.
our research.
Oh my
and
god,
we
Scratch, I'll
just-
see you on Wednesday.
Wait, well, how is this embarrassing? How's this embarrassing? What?
Nah, it's based. Posting your notes is awesome.
That's it. That's insane.
Use notes
Okay.
he couldn't.
Anyways, yep, here's the website. It's in my link tree, which is in my bio on my TikTok. It's in my bio, in my YouTube. My Patreon's also in my bio on my YouTube. Pay up, whiteys.
There are people in the comments talking about J6. I would love to talk about J6. By the way,
Really fast, Scratch. What percentage of the way do you think Iran was to nuclear weapons?
To nuclear weapons.
If you were to put a percentage on it. What percentage?
Let's see. Well, they were definitely had the They definitely had the necessary uranium or enriched uranium. They didn't have the heavy water facility to make plutonium. They didn't have a nuclear weapons
I don't think
program,
you
but
need
they did have
plutonium.
so I'm trying to turn it out. Probably like
Do you need plutonium?
yeah. Don't
Why
you?
do you need both of the unstable compounds? No, you only need one usually. There's different ways to make nukes. One is plutonium based, one is uranium based. You just need to make it a runaway chain reaction. My understanding, I should do more googling, but oh, never mind. Not relevant.
I think they're probably 80% of the way there, right? Our own intelligence was assessing if they wanted to, they could have built one within like months. It was like 2 months.
Okay. What percentage is it justified to strike somebody who's building a nuke?
It's justified, but they weren't building a nuke.
can you guys
But
hear me?
no,
I'm
I'm
from
saying
over
which
here.
percentage?
They didn't have they hadn't had a nuclear weapons program since 2003.
Yeah, but I'm asking. But you said they were at 80% of the way to a nuke.
Yeah, they were enriching uranium, to try as like a negotiation tactic to try and like perceive the threat, like, oh, we might build a nuke. Please rejoin the JCPOA and take these sanctions off. Our own intelligence assessed that in 2024. That it was as a negotiation tactic and not to actually build some kind of nuclear weapon. And they've said this multiple times. That's why they didn't even start enriching until a year after the U.S. left the JCPOA and put on sanctions. They weren't trying to build nuclear weapons. They just don't want sanctions on by the U.S.
Like, my understanding is building a nuclear bomb is so easy. Like, a first-year chemistry student could do it. You literally put the two like chemicals together and you mix them in right before the detonation, and that causes the detonation. That like Hamas, if they got the enriched uranium, probably could build a nuclear bomb in a bunker, in like an
They weren't
underground
trying to do
tunnel
that.
somewhere. But all I'm saying is that the enriched uranium alone is a nuclear threat to everyone.
Only if you intend to make a nuclear weapon out of it, which you didn't. So
But people within Iran could have intended that.
they didn't. Their position was very clear. It was about sanctions.
Yeah, but there's multiple factions, multiple generals. There could have been a terrorist general who just steals it and gives it to Hamas.
Do we have any strong indication that was going to happen?
Iran's a historically unstable country.
A historically unstable country, but there's any like intelligence
And
reports
Rob-
assessing that Iran was like super unstable with its nuclear program, like security wise, and that like potential leaks from us. Like, was there anything assessing that?
Well, but we don't need that. We just need to know. It'd be like if
Yeah, I think you did.
Nigeria had a nuclear weapons program and they were 90% of the way to it, but they hadn't built a bomb. Would you assume that weapons grade uranium was going to be never used for a nuclear bomb, or would you bomb their facilities?
I would probably have my intelligence assess why they were doing that, and then make a determination from there.
Yeah, but the bargaining only works if they actually go through with it. If they're going to use it as a bargaining chip and nobody listens to them, then tit for tat, like survival strategies, you have to go through with what you were using as a bargaining chip.
Yeah, but they never did. They didn't do it under the Biden administration for like 4+ for literally 8 years. They never they
No,
never
but they
actually
have
did.
been. But they have been all this time.
But
My
they like
understanding is that
Iran's
weapons grade uranium.
Iran's not stupid. They know if they were to like
Okay, Scratch, I
actually
love
if they
you.
were, okay, I love you too. If they were to actually like build some kind of like nuclear weapon, the foreign policy implications from like other Arab states and from like the U.S. would be extremely grave on like on their sovereignty. So it's like out of the question.
No, their sovereignty would be they would be submitted. That nobody would ever invade them. Nobody would ever fuck with them. If you have a nuke, they could invade Iraq the next day and nobody would lift.
If they were legitimately trying
That's
to build
why
a
they
nuclear
want a nuke.
weapon, the U.S. would stop that shit and impede on their sovereignty before it ever happened.
Yeah, that's what they did. Because they were in the
But
middle
they
of
weren't
building
trying to
a
build a
nuke.
nuclear weapon. They were for negotiation tactics.
They were doing it. They were building weapons grade uranium,
Yeah.
and that's all you need to build a nuke. Like I said,
and
a
a ballistic-
first-year chemistry student and a first-year chemistry student could probably build a makeshift nuclear bomb and blow themselves up,
Okay.
which these people tend to do.
Have like
Like, you
no,
don't-
there hasn't been any like there's the problem is just there's like no intelligence assessment saying that's what they want to do. We have the opposite, right? It'd be super if Iran was actually trying to go to that. They know it would be super bad for them. They've been very clear to the public and internally what their position is. I don't. This is like super easy. They just weren't trying to
Well-
build it. It was an unnecessary strike. The better option, right, here is to rejoin the JCPOA, and then they would have just gone back under compliance and stopped up enriching uranium, like they said they would have. That's why they complied with it up until the U.S. has
Yeah.
joined. Now they have more of an incentive, right? Because and they're fucking pissed off at us to keep enriching more uranium, and maybe they might actually want to build one now because the U.S. impeded on their sovereignty.
Okay, precedent. So you agree that when you do something, it sets a precedent for how you're going to act in the future, right? So does
Yeah.
that mean every country who wants to get a better negotiation deal should start enriching uranium, but not actually building a bomb, just enriching?
Every country who wants enriched uranium?
No, I'm saying every country who wants a better deal, do they start enriching uranium?
Like every country who is in the exact situation that Iran was, should they start enriching uranium?
Yeah. Like
Preferably
say
not,
your.
no.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying that like if you let that weapons facility build, you're setting the precedent for the whole world that if you want better terms for your negotiations, you should start enriching uranium.
Yeah.
That's the world you're setting.
That
That's the
doesn't
precedent you're
that doesn't really that doesn't really make sense.
What doesn't make sense?
Because like Iran was
If
in a
you
very
tell the
specific
world-
Iran was in a very specific situation with like sanctions from the US, and then like the deal that they're in. I don't know how much any other countries this would apply
So is
to.
Korea, I mean not Korea, North Korea, Cuba, let me think. I could probably think of a few more. Azerbaijan, what's that one? Turkmenistan, I want to say they have a crazy psychopath dictator. So that's like 5 off the top of my head. Who we have sanctions with, who are hostile to American interests, who don't already have nuclear bombs, and would want better deals in trade.
I don't think they're just gonna start enriching uranium all of a sudden. I don't think it's any precedent. And once again, even okay, let's pretend that does set some kind of precedent in the future. I think the reality here for me is, would I rather have a pissed off, angry Iran who is less likely to come to negotiation table and comply to JCPOA again in the future and stop enriching uranium, or would I rather just give in to like what Iran asked for and then say, okay, yeah, we'll just rejoin, and then they stop enriching uranium? I feel like one of those situations long term is probably better.
Yeah, but okay, this is going to sound mean, but imagine you're a third party person and you're looking at Trump who can't negotiate his way out of a paper bag. This was their only option. Trump can't negotiate anything. He's unstable, he's loony. You know, there's no negotiation with Iran as long as Trump is in charge. So violence
Like
was the only remaining option.
Yeah, I guess if you want to say the president's an idiot, so therefore like strikes, like fine, but it was super easy. Iran was like willing to sign a deal. But it was Tulsi Gabbard and Donald Trump like were touting the fact that like Iran was close to signing it, and then people in Congress like actually fuck you, and then Trump was like, yeah, actually no.
Yeah, and I don't think any deal would, even if we built a deal, I think Trump would renege on it the second he needed a new political story to distract from Epstein.
Okay, but I don't. This isn't
Sorry.
like I don't think this is like saying anything to like the strength of my argument. This is just like the current president is like super regarded, and I can't do anything about it. So he's just gonna do what it is. What he's gonna do. John. What's up, Hai?
Were you coping about Iran strikes again?
Hoping? You mean winning?
It's okay, buddy. You have TDS. It's okay.
Wait, what's wrong? Wait, what do you think my argument is? Why do you think it's wrong?
I wasn't listening, to be honest. I just heard cope.
Okay, there's no cope here. It's just, like using our own intelligence reports and the sources we have, That's not cope, that's just the truth. But okay, bro.
What is your stance on the Iranian strikes?
That they were unjustified and that we should have just rejoined the JCPOA and taken off the sanctions on Iran, and that would have almost certainly got them to stop enriching uranium.
Taking off all the sanctions on Iran?
At least the sanctions that we promised to like not put on them by being in the JCPOA and complying with it.
Thanks. Holy liberal take.
It's a liberal take.
Yeah, we need to be more interventionist, to be honest.
Why?
Because it's based.
Okay. War is based, true.
No, I don't think I think the good faith assumption from the Iranian regime, I think, is a bit much. There's no interest in the like nuclear discussions whatsoever.
It's not I'm not going off of like there's not a good faith assumption. That was what our own like intelligence organizations assessed in 2024.
What do you mean?
They assessed that the Iranians were using the enriched uranium as a negotiation tactic because they just want the U.S. to take off sanctions to get them back in JCPOA. So I'm not just going off of the Iranians said this, therefore it's true. It's Iranian said it, and our own intelligence said like this was their intention.
Why didn't they do this under Biden?
They did.
What do you mean?
The Iranians sent an envoy, literally asking the same thing, and Biden said, "Fuck off." Biden fucked up.
Base Biden, W.
Good question, though. Good question.
Thank you. Thank you.
John, you're ignorant. Ain't it? You know what I am? I'm tired. I went to bed. Fuck y'all.
Where did Professor Mike go?
He left. Ain't an happy in here. Ain't happy in here. You mean stupid. So many willfully ignorant people. True, like you. I'm kidding. Scratch, I pray to God give the colonels continual strength to communicate and stand these fools of the earth, but I'm done. I'm truly sad about humanity. These are willfully ignorant people. It's pointless to debate someone who can't see the truth. TDS. Idiot. Just ignorant. None of them read that Iran deal, none. Cut off all the welfare snap to everyone except the elderly and disabled. Dog, I voted for Kamala. I know, I'm joking. I saw you last time, Todd. I'm joshing you. None
Also,
under the
kinda
age of
triggers
20
me
has
how you-
enough experience to experience political change.
It triggers me
that?
how you say Iran. It's not Iran, it's Iran.
Holy shit,
Like
bro.
Iran.
To be
Yeah.
fair, I think we've had more political change in the last 10 years than we have in the last 50 prior.
To be clear, we're American here. We say Iran,
We.
Iran.
My bad. I forgot. This is just black speak. I forgot. My bad.
Yeah, Ebonics.
Yeah.
Iran.
Dude, that triggers the fuck out of me. It's Iran. It's Iran.
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 That doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, you know what? Yeah, rage bait's off the chart.
Bum bum bum.
How do you pronounce Tehran?
Bum bum bum.
Okay,
Bum
yeah.
Iran.
That's what I thought, buddy.
Let's take a stand. Bomb Iran. I just got a feeling, really hit the ceiling. Bomb Iran. Bomb Iran. Went to a mosque. Rocks. But totally got it. But it is like bomb Iran. Bomb Iran.
I'm crying? Wait, what? What happened? How am I crying?
Oh, I have a
Bro's
quick
already
question.
crying.
If
My bad.
if negotiations not
Don't you know
possible,
you have to
what
be
percentage do you think?
Sinners old and nearly dying of dementia to be qualified to speak on politics? True. Based.
What are you saying, Tron?
If negotiations not possible, what percentage to nuclear bombs do you think is justified to bomb them?
No negotiation, straight to bombing.
Like, what go for the nuke bombing of their facilities?
Okay, I'm ending YouTube stream. See y'all.